guys, I'm Kirsten, the problem solving teacher and Teachers Pay Teachers author. So today on this video, we are going to talk about creating pop-ups with MailerLite. So on your website, you likely want to have a pop-up come up to have people opt in to your email list. So you have to create a pop-up. Fortunately, most mail services do help you by providing pop-ups, because if you're using their program and more people are signing up for your email list, you're going to have to upgrade and pay them. So they conveniently help you create these pop-ups. So you are going to, in your MailerLite, once you've logged in, I'm on my dashboard, you go to Forms, and you can see I have my first pop-up. It's popped up 12 times. Again, this is fairly new. I'm still figuring out SEO and trying to drive more traffic to my site and thus build a audience and clientele. So again, this is for super beginners. If you are someone who has been doing this for a while, you might have more questions than I can answer, because this is the beginner's way of doing it. So you're going to create pop-up, and I'm just going to call this sample pop-up, because right now I only have one email opt-in, right? I only have one lead magnet where people might choose to opt in to my email list. So I really only need one pop-up to start. As my email list grows and as my business grows, I might come up with other opt-ins, but right now I just have the one. So it's going to be for my problem solving teacher. You have to select a group. You can change your groups around at any time, but you have to select one to start. All you have to do, so again, a lot of it comes to what your branding is. So you can kind of take a look and see what you like, see what you think, looks good. Most of the things on this are going to change, so it really doesn't matter which one you pick very much. Me personally, I picked this one, so you can kind of preview it so you can look at it a little bit closer. Okay, yep, there it is. And you can use that template. So if I didn't like that one, which I know that it worked okay for me when I did it, so if I didn't like that one, I could just go back and switch it. Now, this is their drag and drop builder. So again, you're just going to kind of take what they gave you and work on making it your own. So a lot of it is going to have to do with your branding colors, the fonts that you tend to pick. So the font that I like personally, whenever it's kind of a general, I have fonts that I use in PowerPoint, but then I also have fonts that I really like the Montserrat font background. Well, I'm going to use my branding colors. All right. And let's see. I can change any of the things. Montserrat, good. So if it has good, it seems to have the branding I like for everything. Edit image. So, I think this is bringing me to edit, not change. Yeah, I don't want to, all right, so I'm going to click on the image so that I can actually completely change it. So this is very similar to, yep, that's it. All right, this is very similar to this is what my thumbnails look like in TpT. So I did the same thing for my brand here. I wanted it to look consistent. Change the size of this if it looks too if it looks too big for me, I can make it a little bit smaller. If I want it bigger, I can make it bigger. I'm not sure that I love the blue on this. I could change it to my pink color, but I think it's okay. And then free collaborative class home. And then, you know, whenever you're typing in front of everybody, you misspell stuff. And then I actually think that I might want to make this a little bit smaller. Of course, it didn't tell me what it was. Just because I want it all in one line. Extensory detail writing through poetry. Okay. With this free writing process lesson. Now I feel like that color is really hard to see. So let's see. Text color. Oh, that makes it stand out. I like that. All right. Now, when I choose this, I can do just their email, but I can also add a field, name, and I can have them give me their name too. Me personally, I only like to give my first name if I'm signing up for something. Okay. Other than that, okay, the button. Let's see. Settings. Let's see. Edit. You can see it just takes a little clicking around, trying out to find what is gonna, you know, it's gonna work. Form fields. Oh, there it is. Okay, get refreshed. I do not want it to say get refreshed. Sign up for teacher tips and your free lessons. All right, and I pretty much have now created my pop-up. Save, you always want to make sure you save everything. Okay, I can sign up for things, like it's even letting me test it out. So I think that looks pretty good. The only other thing I think I'd want to change is this. I would like to make that button pink, because that is my other. Oh. All right. Oh, button settings. There it is. Yes, I want to change the button color. So I'm not going to like continue to fight with it here, because if you just click around, you can find, yeah, my computer's just being a little slow. You can find the things you're trying to do. Just takes a little bit of clicking. And use your brand colors, use the fonts that you consistently use for your business. And now I've clicked so much it can't even catch up. Yeah, use your brand colors. All right, so I got that worked out. My computer's just running slow today. So when you hit the next button, which was right up here, um, you have to pick a few more settings. All right, so you can wait 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Honestly, whenever something pops up before I've had a chance to look at what I've come to the page to look at, I just X out. It could be something I'm interested in, but because I have gone to the page with a goal, if there's a pop-up that comes too soon, I like get angry. So I'm going to give 15 seconds because I'm always like, does the page even have what I want? And if the pop-up annoys me too much, then I just leave right away. So I kind of take into consideration my behaviors when I'm on a website, even though it might not be true for everybody. When they scroll 50% down, clearly they're scrolling, they're a little bit more interested. Show before closing the page. That is always a good plan. Actually, I'm just going to do that, show before closing the page, because then if it's too much, it just, you just want nothing to do with the person. Once a month. So if somebody comes back to my site again, it will show it to them again, like within the next month. But you can choose to have them show it way more. Always show, I'm going to do once a week. Nope, it can go all the time. Visibility, show, hide on specific pages, always show. Yep, right now this is an always show. It's my only opt-in. If I had more opt-ins, then I would probably only show it sometimes, but because I have one lead magnet, one opt-in, then that's all I need. It can show always. If I have an opt-in for poetry, I might have it show on poetry blogs, and then if I had a writing opt-in, then I might have the writing one show on writing blogs. And nope, it can show on everything. Okay, save and continue. So now I've picked all my settings, and that's a whole bunch of coding, which you really don't need to know. Right now the status is paused. And so, I'll make it active. I'm not going to have a double opt-in because that's when somebody has to click in another email. So you email them and say, hey, are you sure you want to opt in? And they say, yes, I did want to opt in. I did want to get it. Personally, I'm too lazy to do that. So I think other people are like, you know what? I can just live without it. All right. So that's good. Okay. Now if I go back to forms, well, it looks pretty close, right? All right, guys. The next part is actually the thing that I thought was the trickiest. Clicking around in MailerLite, yeah, that takes a little bit of time, but it's not too tricky. The next part was how to install it on my actual website. So I have the pop-up, it's sitting there in MailerLite. It can be used, and when I did this, it actually sat there for a little bit. I had my husband help me out with how to install the pop-up, because he is actually my website manager. He works in IT, so he manages my website. So I had him show me. So if I get a little stuck, that's why, is because I am lucky enough that he can do it. So in your WordPress site, you click on the little WordPress here, because that will bring you to your administrative part of your website. You can see I already have the MailerLite plugin installed on my website, but you likely do not have that yet. So, and I checked right before I did this, plugins, you're going to add a new plugin, okay? And you can just search MailerLite, and then it's already active, but you would just hit the install now button, and that would bring you to the point where you have this, and then you can add sign-up forms. Now, I already have sign-up forms in there, but I'm still going to show you how to do it. I'm not going to actually do the final step, but me see what the options are again. All right, so I need to go into my settings. Settings right there. And you will see that it asks you for this API key. All right, this is the thing that is going to install it. So you don't need to know about the JavaScript and the coding and all of those big complicated things. You need to know about this API key. So all you do is in the MailerLite app, you go into settings, and that will bring you to this page. And this page is where you are going to do it from. Okay, so then you go to MailerLite, and it is in my profile, my profile, integrations. So it goes my profile, so in MailerLite, and it's probably similar in other apps. In profile, you're going to click on integrations, and that brings me here, and developer API. Okay, you can, and if this is like a lot of steps, you go to my website. That's where my show notes are. So there'll be show notes for this episode, so you can always like get the steps there if you're like, okay, I watched the video, I kind of see how to do it, but I need it written out, because that's how I am. So then you take this API code, you copy it. You don't even have to, like, you just copy it, and then you paste it in. Okay, Control V. Okay, and I'm not actually going to do this because I am already, my pop-up's already set up. And then you just hit save this key and you're done. Okay, so personally, I thought that this is the hardest part, like the clicking around in MailerLite. I can do that, I can figure that out. But this was the part that was really tricky. So I'm going to just go through those steps again super, super fast for you. So once you install MailerLite, you go to the settings, and the settings will bring you to this part where you're going to put down your API, and then you go to your website, your MailerLite login, you go to integrations. When you go to integrations, it's going to give you the option for developer API. Click it. And as soon as it loads, it will provide you with an API key. API key, copy it, you go back to your website, back to your WordPress, you paste it in, save this key. Okay, and that's all it takes. All right, so hopefully that was really helpful for you. I know that the last part was what I needed the help with. If you have questions or comments, please leave them below. Let me know. Like, subscribe, share this if you know somebody else who could use help with these things. Have an awesome day.